What's going on, everybody? This is Jesse Carter over at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. The Pro Wrestling Shoot is a podcast that can be found on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Every single Wednesday before AEW Dynamite, we dive into some of your favorite current-day wrestling, as well as some old-school stuff. We can also be found over on YouTube and Twitch, where we post exclusive video, whether it be content for video games, or wrestling news, or short clips, or even live streams. Come check us out and subscribe to the Pro Wrestling Shoot over on YouTube and Twitch. And if you want to find us on our social medias, it's at the Pro Wrestling Shoot on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok, and over on Twitter at TPWS Podcast. The Pro Wrestling Shoot is not only just a podcast, we are also an independent company when it comes to audio engineering and graphics designs, as well as voiceovers. So come and follow us over on our social medias and check us out every single Wednesday over on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify.
Oh, yeah, it's the Titan. No, that's not my name. Hey, what's everybody? What's good, everybody? This is your man, the Titan Montesi, and I am here on the exclusive podcast, the best podcast. You will get anything wrestling, everything pro wrestling with my man, Conrad. Make sure you guys tune in. Montesi, Swerve City, AVM. Let's get it going, man.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, and tonight we have an AEW Dynamite review lined up. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of everything that just went down. It's crazy. Lots of announcements, lots of things happening on this show. I feel like right now there was just so much to get into, and you got this card coming up, that card coming up, big announcement here, everything there. We're going to get into it, talk about it, because I want to hear what you guys think of the announcements, the show, everything tonight. We'll get into that. So make sure you guys keep it locked here with Everything Pro Wrestling, and let's start off with that intro. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
First and foremost, I'd like to say RIP once again to Butch of the Bushwhackers. Always just want to pay respects to those in wrestling who came beforehand, and we did that on Clash of the Podcast, but I thought it would be nice to say it again. The Bushwhackers were never my favorite team of all time when it came to pro wrestling, but I have enough respect for them, and going back and watching their work for something I didn't appreciate at the time, truly remarkable stuff that they brought to the business. And if you haven't, make sure you check out the Sheep Herders. RIP to Butch. My condolences to his friends and family. Let's get into tonight's Dynamite, April 5th, 2023, man. I couldn't believe it, man. Tonight we had so much happening. And I'm into whatever you guys want to talk about first here. So where do we start? Tony Khan had a special announcement tonight. I'm going to spoil it, and we'll get more into the weeds about it when we go through the show. But All In is announced for the people across the pond. We got it happening in London, in Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium. Dude, that is huge. Huge. I'm Googling it right now. I got it. I want to know the capacity. 82,000. 82,000. It's on a Sunday. Is this a pay-per-view? There are many questions that I think people will have. Is it a pay-per-view? Is it going to be on pay-per-view? Is it going to be on Fight? How can you watch it? What are we doing with this? I think this has got to be a really big card, but unbelievable, man. If you are hyped, let me know in the chat. Tell me what you're thinking about it. We're going to get into everything that was covered on this show tonight. Freaking unbelievable, man. Fun episode of Dynamite tonight, in my opinion. Big shout out to Terrell, first one in here. Everything Pro Wrestling, Derek and Conrad, salute. I need to say this now. What happened to Cody this past Raw upset me and my family. What happened to Cody was disrespectful to all wrestling companies. AEW /All Out /All In London. I said the big announcement would be New York or London. I didn't think it would be London replacing Chicago. Could that mean what is DOD? I'm guessing Double or Nothing, maybe DOD. I don't know if they're going to move that. I still think All Out's happening. Is that me? Am I weird for thinking that? I still think All Out's happening. This is the processor to it. So you'll have All In first, and then by a couple days later, maybe a week later, you'll get All Out. That's how I'm viewing it, at least. What do you guys think? BJ, what's good, Beej? He said, hot damn, what a show. Ain't it the truth, brother? Ain't it the truth? Matt Lopez says, I hope we get New York for AEW. I mean, MSG. I don't know about that. I think WWE's got that bad boy on lock. Matt Lopez says, good evening, everyone. Yes, we're going to be talking about that. Deanna, welcome. I always appreciate you coming in here. It'll be MSG or the Barclays Centers for sure for the big NYC announcement. By the way, I don't think the announcement was overhyped for how important the venue is, just kind of flat for, I don't know if that's for us or the U.S., but I think you mean U.S. because it's in caps, BJ. If I'm wrong, tell me. But I feel like that the whole idea of this not being an important announcement, here's one thing I want wrestling fans to think and know moving forward. Y'all know, man, I've been talking about WWE and all this bullshiggity for the last few days with all the WrestleMania fallout. Look up here. We'll have like a tag saying, showing the WrestleMania videos for night 1 and night 2. And then you can check out Clash of the Podcast review every Monday, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time with me and Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. When we talk about pro wrestling, I want people to not just stay in the mindset of being a fan in the U.S. These fans across the pond stay up late every single night. I'm going to give a shout out to James Chadwick, a bunch of other guys that I know who live in the UK. They are up at 7 a.m. watching these wrestling shows. We got to love them. We got to appreciate them. And I think that's what BJ's trying to say with this. That's what at least I'm taking from it. You got to love and appreciate those fans just as much as the next fan. They're important too. There's a reason why Money in the Bank's going to be in London in the O2 Arena. There's a reason why you're getting those big shows over there. Those fans are important to wrestling. So if they're getting a show, does it inconvenience me? A little bit, but who cares? They're inconvenienced every time we get a pay-per-view too. We're all wrestling fans, and I think we should just be happy for other people when they get stuff. So I, for one, am totally happy with it. Matt Lopez says, I'm going to say if they are going to sell out a 90,000 arena, they will have to get CM Punk back. I still think they can do it without him. I truly do. I truly believe that. Terrell said, he said it wasn't flat. AEW saying sorry to Chicago. We're listening, fans. You took too much, and it's time to share. I agree. Welcome to Raw After Mania. I mean, AEW. What's good, Jay? What's good, man? B-Boy Skyline in the chat. Always appreciate him. Roman and Brock are going to form the 2-man power trip part 2. Oh, my goodness. That's why Solo was sad on Raw. Roman's going to betray the Usos and align with Brock. I hope they don't do that. I don't see that happening. Yeah, Tony is paying Tony's pockets. To quote Michael Martinez from the Pro Wrestler Shoot, Tony's pockets run deep. He was not playing tonight. Rob said the Guns are goated for their entrance. For sure, brother. For sure. Let me see. Wish I was home to hop on with you, brother. All good, BJ. All good. You're always welcome, man. If you ever want to do an episode, you're more than welcome to come on. WWE don't do Wembley. This is huge. Blessed is Conrad. Derek, Chad, this is a blessed week. I think Derek, I don't know if he fell asleep or what happened to him. I gave him the link, and I thought he was going to be here, but he maybe got caught up with something. Church all week, but I wanted to make sure I came in to say EPW, God bless and thank you. That being said, my thoughts, WWE doubt, AEW equals hope. Much appreciated, Sean. Clash of the Podcast every Monday, 6:05. If I didn't mention it before, got to say it again. I don't think they can do All Out a couple weeks after All In London in a big stadium. That feels like a pay-per-view. Positively, E. Yeah, what's good, E? Always appreciate you. People showing, appreciating hubs too. I also think All In might have a lot of co-branding because of what they mentioned. All In was initially the independent wrestling. Yeah, All All In was initially all of independent wrestling. I expect ROH and New Japan to be on the show with them. Interesting. What a show tonight, Jocelyn says. Would have been nice to have Regal. Yeah, I miss Regal. What up, everyone? I'm actually happy with the TK announcement. Appreciate that, Craig. Deanna, Positively East, salute. I love it. I love seeing everybody get along. What bloody time is it? I'll be drinking Dunkin' Donut hibiscus tea with my pinky finger out. Chip, chip, cheerio. I'm going to need a picture then, E. You talking all that mess. I'm going to expect that picture for All In now. They will 100% bring in talent from New Japan, ROH, and AAA for this stadium. Yeah, you might as well bring in everybody. Let's do it. I've got more money than Jim Crockett. Do it again. Y'all tripping in the chat. I love you guys. I love you guys so much for making me laugh, man. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal, man, that we got that announcement. I'm trying not to spoil it for our friends on the West Coast who probably haven't watched Dynamite yet. I appreciate all of you being here, watching me instead of All Access. I DVR it, so thank you guys for coming in. If you guys ever think I need to make a change, you got an idea for me, feel free to send it to me at EPW Shows, where you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere you look for me, EPW or Everything Pro Wrestling Group on Facebook. Much appreciated. Let's get into this opener. But, oh, wait, excuse me. What am I saying? First, Nigel McGuinness is signed. He helped Tony Khan make that announcement, and I thought it was a beautiful thing. Nigel McGuinness, AEW, it feels right. I also loved him being on the Ring of Honor show. Nigel just being the crotchety old guy, just hating on Willow's entrance while Ian and Caprice danced. I love it. That trio could be nice if you give them time. Could be nice. I'm not a big fan of trios for the booths, but if you guys wanted to use Nigel McGuinness, let him be part of the broadcast team. I really, really think that there's something there. You're starting to get enough, too, where you could branch out some of these teams and do different things with them. I'm just saying. I can see it. I'm glad Nigel's in the fold, though. I think it's a wise move to do that. Let's see. All In will probably be Regal's return and cost MJF the title. Nah, Regal's in WWE, man. They're not letting him go. That's going to need to be a Punk tee. Yes, sir. They simulcast AEW, so now they should have saw it. Really? Positively E, it better not be CM Punk. So here we go. Ain't nobody talking about roads to the top without the roads, CJ. Omega versus Punk, FTR versus the Bucks in London. I want to see those matches. You guys, what do you guys want to see? I want to see them. It would be cool if Nigel McGuinness wrestles Bryan Danielson. Oh, bro, take my money. Matt, Matt Lopez is my ROH guy. He knows, man. I would love it. Omega Punk selling that out too. Automatic buy if that's what they're going to do. Really, really dope, man. I love what they ended up doing here. Amazing card we got tonight on hand, right? AEW does it right. They always announce these cards. I was just talking to the guys in the Pro Wrestling Shoot. They got a group chat. We're always in there talking, just exchanging ideas, laughing and stuff. And we were talking about it. You always know the card going into Dynamite. Even when you get your tickets and stuff, you know what you're about to see before you go in there. And even on the shows where you kind of have a little bit of doubt, I've seen them pull it out many of times. For the most part, it's still a good show. And this week, phenomenal. Jam-packed show. They knew what they were doing. This was a big episode from Long Island. The crowd was lit all night, I felt. They did a lot of stuff in this one. They weren't like Seattle or Portland lit, but they were lit. they were into it. Actually, Seattle's probably the best crowd that I've ever seen them have. Seattle and Chicago, they were just going in. I hope Buffalo gets a chance to redeem themselves, though. You know, we got that show after Brawl Out, and I felt like we got kind of like, what is this, dude? Like, it felt weird the whole show. We open up here with Ricky. Spanish. Only one time because Derek's not here. I had to be the front man. Jocelyn, accept my apologies, please. Apologies from the chef. Versus my man, Juicy, my boy, Juice Robinson. I love it. I love it. And that's the Sons of Anarchy reference for those going forward. If anyone ever asks, why do I say that? Juice, my boy. We got this opener. Ricky comes out. He's doing his whole entrance. He's going in. He's happy. And before he can make it to the ring, we hear the Switchblades theme. Jay White. He saw that Raw After Mania show and decided, nah, fuck that. I ain't going there. I'm not going there with the crustache running things. I'm not letting Gomez McMahon do shit to me. I'm out of here, bro. I'm out. And I respect it. He knew instantly, probably, I know the decision I'm making. And they put a beat down on Ricky Starks. That was ass whipping central. And immediately after, they put it up. And it looks like Bullet Club is united. Now, is it just Bullet Club is coming over to the AEW side of things? What do you guys view here for Jay White? I know Rob's somewhere sad right now. Rob is the official EPW Jay White hater, but he'll say that Jay White's so good, but he just hates him. So he's getting that heel heat, brother. I love it. So what do you guys think in the chat with Jay White? Let me know here. Everyone is talking about those all-in matches. I love it. Pro Wrestling Shoots in the house. What is good? Mayans MC starts in May. Bro, it's on Wednesdays, though. So I know this is going to be after Dynamite, and I'm going to be recording for you guys. So I may not be able to talk about it until Thursday or Friday, Matt, but I'm hyped for that final season of Mayans. Deanna, Jay White is all elite, baby. Switchblade. I love it, but my poor Ricky. Yeah, Ricky got dogged. Yes, the crustache, BJ. The crustache. Looks like that man needs some milk. I don't know why the mustache is just weird. By the way, the mustache is a distraction from the previous stories, so don't talk about that too much. Always remind people, when you bring up the mustache, you bring up those creepy-ass stories, too, from before. Jay White said, I'm more Wednesday than Wednesday. I'm more Wednesday Addams fan. Derek on the couch, knocked out. I'm tired. Derek's always tired, bro. Me and Derek get up at the same time. He thinks I'm probably a crazy man, though, when I do all this. Jay White, I really don't feel like working Mondays. Sick, what's good, bro? Sick joining us on Twitch. Yo, Sick, I love you, bro. I don't tell you that enough. I appreciate you. I truly believe that was the deciding factor in Jay White's decision. Saw that Vince McMahon creative and made a hard U-turn. Yeah. I think if Triple H was running it, I truly believe in my heart of hearts, Jay White would have went to WWE. I truly believe that. Deanna said, my fantasy booking mind is going crazy over this. I'd love to see a whole new Bullet Club put together in AEW. Listen, if you put a lot of the past members, you have Kenny, Adam Cole, you have the Young Bucks, you have Juice Robinson. You could form a new Bullet Club. And with the crossover from New Japan, you can do some things. Jay White even has an in to get back into New Japan. What do you mean? You have Forbidden Door. You have enough New Japan crossover to where, what if Jay White just became the never open weight champion again? What if Jay White wins the IWGP US title? What if Jay White became the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion again? I don't know if that's enough to get him back in, but that would be an interesting situation where he has the title hostage. I'm just saying, a way for him to get back in. But good points, man. AEW has always been a good fit for Jay White. Vince would have ruined him. If booked right, could be great. Got to follow up, though, right? Right, chat? Looks similar to what Bay and Austin is on Impact. Bullet Club being represented. Yes, it sounds like Bullet Club is doing like some international style like takeover here. I noticed they used a different signal than the normal BC sign. Subset of Bullet Club? That's what I'm thinking, BJ. Maybe we get Bullet Club America, Bullet Club Japan. Who knows? Or maybe I'm thinking like Sons of Anarchy now because Matt Lopez mentioned Mayans, but maybe they're the head of the, you know what I mean? They have sub-chapters, like they're the head and then sub-chapters going into it. Could do it. I don't see it in Jay White, honestly. The match versus Eddie was a banger, though. Hey, man, from a brother to another mother, man, 20 years deep. Pause. No play. Kappa Rouse. I honestly don't blame anyone for not wanting to sign to WWE right now. Got to be crazy to want to go there at the moment. Yeah, it's not the place to be right now. Jay White, UK pay-per-view, and many men, man. Yeah, what up, Rated? What's good, bro? Problem with rebuilding Bullet Club and AEW, will it turn into another NWO Wolfpack angle? It could, but I would hope that Tony's learned to not have it go too long like that. We don't need NWO 2000 either running around here where you're just doing it to do it. Excuse me, I had to get a drink of water here. WWE would have made Jay White Ezekiel 2.0. Yikes. There's always Canada. There is. Forbidden Door. So that match was ruled a no contest. Ricky just got a beat down. So to me, it seems like this could lead to a tag match with Jay and Juice versus Ricky and some partner, but I don't know who would fit in just yet. Interesting, though. Interesting. Moving on here. Oh, excuse me. We got some Adam Cole highlights shown from last week with Jericho. Chris Jericho says he's tired of being disrespected. And then Keith Lee comes in and says that Jericho is the poster child for disrespecting people and challenges him to a match next week in Milwaukee. So, yes. Interesting. Keith Lee. We talked about Keith Lee getting something. He's going to get in where he fits in with Jericho now. So, it's happening. With that, let's get into this trios match, shall we? FTR versus Bullet Club, Impact, please. Yes, Vince would have made the Switchblade butter knife. Come on now. Who Millionaire Club and New Blood? I don't even want to think about Billy Kidman versus Hulk Hogan again. Never again. Trios titles: House of Black versus the AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. This match was solid. I really wanted to see what would happen in there, and I was very interested to see what Orange would do with all three men on the other side, because I could see big singles careers with an S for all three members of the House of Black. They've got something here. They really do. I really need Buddy Matthews and Kenny Omega to have a match too. And I want to see Buddy Matthews versus Orange Cassidy after seeing this. Really, really good. Jason Peace in the house. What's good, Jason? Let's go, UK. Yes. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for everyone over there in the UK, man. It's so good for them to get a show. Orange Cassidy and this match, this could have came off like more comedy, but I feel like House of Black kind of reeled it back in, if that makes any sense to anyone. Like, they basically brought things back into position here so that people would understand what was happening here, that they're not to be taken too lightly. They gave Orange enough of his spots, but enough to where they could also be taken serious with this. Lots of chaos in these trios matches. I can hear Derek now hating. Hate. He's not even here, and I'm accusing him of hating. But with these types of matches, you're going to get those chaos spots and what's happening in them. Chuck Taylor got destroyed by Brody King against a barricade. Orange Cassidy jumped out to the ringside area with his hands in his pockets. He got caught and slammed face first onto the apron. Same thing with Trent. He tried to do a flip. They caught him, power bombed him onto the apron. They really kept House of Black strong in this one. Great exchanges even with Brody King and Orange. Like I said, Orange worked well with all of these guys. And I thought Trent and Chuck did a great job selling and getting their ish in as well. During all of this, Piledriver got hit on Brody King, but in the end, Chuck got into an exchange with Buddy Matthews. And Buddy Matthews, interestingly enough, used the curb stomp. Wonder where he learned that from. And they get the win in this match. And I like that as the finish for this one. Thank you, Matt. I did see that you DM me that poster. Thank you. Oh, and Deanna said, I love Sue. Carpool lane to the ring. How do you not love Sue? How could you not, right? Sue's such a lovely person. I'll never forget when she stuck up that middle finger, though. Like, that's an all-time classic move when Sue did that. Just goodness gracious, right? But Sue is lovable. Truly is. One of the funnier things with, I know some people don't take it too serious when it comes to Sue, but I thought that they always do well with it. Conrad, maybe your Blood and Guts prediction will take place at All In London for the women's division. I'd like it. I would be cool with that. You know, if Derek is sleeping, he's probably talking in that sleep. That trios match was sloppy. Don't encourage him, Matt. Don't give Derek no love for this. I feel it in the force as well. Derek Hate is strong. He will make a great hate guy. See what I did there? Saraya versus Jamie. I'm calling it for the women's championship in London. I can see that. I could even see Toni Storm getting that match too. I can even see a multi-person match. A lot of people are going to want to be on this card. A lot of people. Following up from that match, Christian Cage is back. I have my doubts that maybe we would see him at WrestleMania. I was hoping he'd be part of some type of Brood entrance. Sadly, we did not get that, but they tried. You know, they did what they could. I wanted that Brood entrance real bad, but we didn't get it. But Christian is realigned, and Luchasaurus had like part of like some dinosaur scales on him, and he had a red mask on now. I'm okay with this. I think Luchasaurus with Christian is better. He is more controlled, and I don't know what it is, but Luchasaurus in those other matches, we used to talk about it on here all the time. He would come in instantly, he's just doing strikes. I want Luchasaurus to grapple. I want Luchasaurus to grab someone, put them big paws on someone. What do dinosaurs have? Claws? I don't know. Put them claws on someone and choke slam some people. Get into it, man. He's really good, and I think he's more than just striking people when it comes down to it. So I really, really wanted to see what they're gonna do here, but they haven't picked a victim yet. But who could Christian Cage and Luchasaurus feud with? The options are endless, but I'd like to see what they do here. Could they make a run at the tag titles even? Who knows? Derek falls asleep saying, Ricky. Saraya winning in London. Oh, heck yeah. Or maybe it'll be Jamie versus Money. Bam, bam, bam. Money. Christian found the Dragon Dagger and summoned the Dragon Zord. Matt Lopez and B-Boy Skyline. Love that Dragon Zord talk. Evil Lucha, RIP to Jason David Frank. Yes, RIP to JDF, man. My bad. Luchasaurus with that red mask looks like Q Rex Zord. Christian has been on fire. Yeah, Christian's been great, man. Christian's been great. This match might have been one of the matches. I think that was my sleeper match of the night. I love Riho. I don't care what anybody says. You could talk all that BS that you want. Riho is fan-freaking-tastic. I love what Riho does in the ring. And Jamie Hayter, too. Jamie Hayter might be my favorite women's champ that we've ever had. I'm trying to think. Toni Storm was up there, too, for me. But Hayter might be the best one. Might be. I don't know. I don't know yet. But her title run's been incredible. The matches have been really, really good. And this one was a brawl. From the moment they shook hands, she went for the lariat. Riho ducked. Riho rolls her up. Near fall. They didn't mess around in this one. Riho hits a big cross dive body block onto the floor. Down goes Jamie Hayter. Another big dive by Riho, but then she got caught and then hit with a gut buster. It looked brutal. It's great because when Riho's so small like that, the moves just look like she's so bendable and she's just getting crushed. And Hayter throughout this match was getting frustrated because she couldn't put Riho away. She was putting all her weight on her. Riho was still finding ways to kick out. The massive like hammer shots back and forth. Nothing would put Riho away. Riho hits a German suplex and then hits a snap German suplex following up from that. But she didn't get the pinfall because she didn't make a good cover. I like stories like that. She used all of her energy to hit those moves and she couldn't get a nice pinfall base on her. After that, Riho rolls through, Hayter rolls through on a superplex. So like the Rollins style, hits the superplex, rolls through. And from that, Riho is able to hit a big DDT when she goes for a superplex again. And instead, then she hits a top rope hurricanrana after that, hits the double knees to the face, The good job to the cameraman for not showing if Riho's feet were under the rope, because that's what I was looking at, but they never showed it, so I could never tell. And after that, Riho gets a backslide, but it got blocked into a Hayterade. She kicks out, though. They make Riho tough. She's the first AEW Women's Champ. Put some respect on that name, baby. And after that, Hayter feels the frustration. Ripcord Lariat, a.k.a. the Hayterade. 1, 2, 3. Jamie Hayter gets the win. Absolutely stunning match. I enjoyed this one a lot. I love it, man. Matt Lopez says Riho is great, and this match was great. The women's division has been better. If someone is telling you different, they aren't watching, in my opinion. Like, don't tell me it's not been better. I still see sometimes, little people with the snide remarks, with their fingers. Oh yeah, no, the women's division isn't good. It's not as good. Shut up. There's no way. Their matches have been way, way better. Terrell said he wanted Riho to win this. I feel you, Terrell. I feel you, bro. Pro Wrestler Shoe said, if this Wembley thing is successful, I think TK should be petty and lock down the stadium for AEW only, just like the E pulls on everyone else with arenas. Just saying, F Vince. Pro Wrestling Shoot ain't feeling it tonight. I think that's Jesse. Not feeling it. Jamie is fantastic as champ, shows why she's the champ. She's been a great champion, Rated says as well with Deanna. Riho is the effing shit. It's after 10 minutes, right? Riho's the fucking shit. Positively, he says. I just can't see Jamie as leading team AEW against the Outcast. Come on now. She's got it. I got faith. If Bayley leaves WWE, I want to see Jamie versus Bayley. That would be a good match too. Jamie isn't the leader. She's the power. Ooh, I like that. So you think Britt Baker takes the lead role then, Deanna? Jamie looked good in the Knicks colors. Okay. Riho kicked out like Johnny Gargano. I got Riho tonight. Maybe it just took JR not saying how small and lightweight she is for me to get it. I'm telling you, man, JR would be like, I weighed that much in 4th grade. By God. That's ignorant shit, though. Like, listen, I like JR as much as the next guy. I respect what he's done in the past, but you can't say stuff that's taken away from the wrestlers. Like, it's just not worth it. You're not enhance people. Don't take away from them. The women's division is really dope. If you know me personally, you know that's a huge compliment. Hey, respect. Next up, we had to get our answer. The JAS are out on stage. We got Mr. Purple Hat, Jake Hager, and 2.0. I still call him that. I know that they want you to call him Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange and all that. No, they're still 2.0 to me, damn it. And they got announced that they're welcoming the Acclaimed into the JAS. The Acclaimed come out. Max Caster had to cut with them bars. Every time I've been to a show where the Acclaim are supposed to rap, they get cut off. And I'm tired of it, darn it. So they better be able to rap the next time I see them. But Max Caster gets cut off. And they basically say like they don't want to join the JAS here. And it sounds like 2.0 is trying to smooth things over. And they say, but I booked this already in an 8-man tag. So for Rampage, 2.0 and the Acclaim will team up this Friday on AEW Rampage. By the way, there's a Battle of the Belts. They did a great job marketing it, right? By the way, they didn't do too much for this show tonight. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing with that. But whatever. So you're going to get Rampage and Battle of the Belts this Friday. You get a little 2-hour special if you want to get into that. I'm sure a lot of eyes are also going to be glued on to SmackDown to see if who's running it or if it has the feel that it's been having for the past few months. We'll see. After this, we get highlights are shown, and then we get highlights shown of it's MJF Day in Long Island. The UBS Arena was lit for this guy. MJF gets highlights of getting the keys to his town. I think it was like Oyster or something like that. I don't remember. But MJF gets the key to his town. Remind me to bring up the mayor after this or whatever he was. The town clerk, whatever that dude's name was or title. Because the crowd definitely had a great chant for him. MJF comes out with a live band. He's got the white jacket on. MJF is totally a theater kid. I don't care what anyone says. This dude is a theater kid. He loves the show tunes. He'll be out there singing. He'll be like, you got trouble, my friend. Trouble right here in River City. MJF is that dude. He will be out there doing it. And when you go out there doing all those show tunes and the theater stuff, he feels right at home. There are videos of him doing this stuff. I promise you. And I'm talking about like back in high school, even there are videos of him doing it. People have posted them. I've seen them. MJF is a talented dude. I'm going to leave it at that. Me and him have had our differences getting into stuff, but he's really, really good at what he does. And I could see this dude eventually being in movies, getting into film, getting into Broadway plays, things like that. Whatever he puts his mind to, if he ever wanted to stop wrestling, he could do something else. He comes out singing Louis Prima's Pennies from Heaven. And I said Louis like I know him. Louis Prima's Pennies from Heaven. Shout out to whoever had the Rick Ross sign while they were showing it. I saw it. Someone put Rick Ross is all elite. And then shout out to Pro Wrestler Shoot Chat. Someone definitely wrote in there, he's a big motherfucker about Keith Lee. They did it, man. They did it. Oh my goodness. Max was great though. He sung the song great. He goes into this whole speech. It was like one of those rock promos from back in the day, like This Is Your Life. And MJF told a story about his 8th grade teacher, Mrs. Benedict, like Arnold. So Mrs. Benedict used to always ask him, like, what are you thinking about right now? She was a math teacher. And she said at last day of school, she finally asked him, Maxwell, what are you always thinking about when you're in my class? He was like, professional wrestling. And she's just sitting there. He said, one day I want to be the world heavyweight champion. And she looked at him and said, the chances of that happening are pretty slim to none. And MJF said, I want everyone to learn a lesson from Mrs. Benedict. He told the people, don't be like her, a stupid bitch. And he basically said, look at me now. That's got to be the greatest revenge for a student to be able to say shit like that, right? Oh my goodness. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. MJF is great. And during all of that, he says, do you guys want an encore when he's going up the ramp? Excuse me. Before he went up the ramp, the guy gave him the key again, right? The guy who was in the video package. And same dude, town clerk or mayor or whatever you want to call him. The fans were chanting, lower taxes. Lower taxes. I would have chanted that shit too. Because they never go down. They always just go up. Ain't it funny? So that's what they ended up doing here. He says, you want an encore? The symbol guy starts too early. And you could tell his face is covered up. He was like, hey, I told you, wait on my count. And then it's Jungle Boy. They start brawling up the ramp. The people come out. They pull them apart, little pull apart brawl. Sammy Guevara comes out. His music hits. Thinking of my boy Montezzi. They hold up the AEW World Championship. Sammy looks at the belt, holds it up, then pushes it into MJF's chest, walks down to the ring. Commander comes out. He's got my man Rated's theme. It's on and popping right now. Like, they got things going well in AEW. So we're getting Sammy Guevara versus Commander up next. Let me go into the chat real quick before we get into that match, though. I just want to make sure I'm capturing what everyone is saying. National Scissoring Day, Max Rap was on point tonight. Max did very well, I think. You mean 2.0 DLC version 2? They need to stop with the Battle of the Belts. I think they're already locked into it, though. I don't think they can do that. Money, Econ, Tony Khan, Money, Econ pockets are deep. They run deep. I gave your boy a shout out, Jesse, on that earlier. Tony Schiavone has trouble calling me Daddy Magic on AEW Dark Elevation commentary with him. Gotta let it rock. Wasted too much time on the MJF thing. Should have interrupted it sooner. The whole MJF segment just confirmed he can't be stopped. I'm convinced he's the best thing that happened to pro wrestling. That was a fun segment. Shooby dooby. Accusations. By the way, just a fun bit of after Dynamite news. Dax took a sign from a fan and held it up in the ring, and it said that Vince fears Tony. Pop. They booed the mayor. You had to boo that man, right? Why wouldn't you boo him though? That's how I'm feeling. You had to. Bridgegate's a joke. Terrell said they booed the mayor faster than Chris Christie stopping traffic. I don't even know what that means, but it does not sound good. But we got to get things back on track, and I'm gonna need a hand. Well, we got ourselves a great matchup here with Sammy Guevara and Commander. Yo, listen. Commander is going to have a big asking price when it's time to sign him. I don't know where he's going to go. I think you may know. I think I may know. But we don't know where he's going to go. Sammy starts off this match. He runs out. Boom! Running knee to the face. Sammy then tricks Commander in this like runaway exchange, and he hits a nice Asahi moonsault to the floor. Commander catches him with a super kick as he jumped from the top rope. It wasn't as nice as when the Young Bucks caught him, but it was on point. After that, Commander walks the ropes and casually just hits a shooting star press from the side. You know, you just do that. Walk across the ropes and do things like that. After that, he walks across the ropes. He runs across them and hits a big dive out to the floor. Beautiful. Someone's got to sign this dude. Somebody has to sign him. Commander hits a springboard top rope Phoenix splash, only gets a 2 count. GTH by Sammy gets reversed into a small package for a near fall. Sammy is set up on the ropes. Commander goes to the other side. He is looking to run across, and before he could even land his move, Sammy catches him with a cutter. Down he goes. He hits him with the go to hell, which is the reverse GTS, and 1, 2, 3, Sammy wins. Sammy gets on the microphone after, cuts a passionate promo about AEW and like he cares about being here. And this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Like, Sammy's promo came off as genuine, but it didn't land, which is weird because the fans were booing him throughout. And I know the fan base isn't really like the biggest, like, oh, Sammy Guevara is so great. The dude's talented. I think people were fed up with his attitude, but I don't know. How did you guys take the Sammy promo? I'd like to hear what you guys thought. But he got booed out of the building tonight when it came to it. Let me see here. Let's see here. Not the Big Show. My hip. Well, yo, stop it. Keep Paul White off my television. Captain Insano shows no mercy. Where is Derek when you need him? When Derek listens to it, he'll have fun with that. If Commander is smart, he'll sign with AEW or ROH, or he'll be main eventing Sunday Night Heat. Come on now. In The Rock's voice, beep, beep, time for school, Booker. Oh, come on now. Thomas Jefferson, sucker. Come on, Terrell. Sammy is good, but he fell flat and couldn't believe him. Hey, Eric, don't worry about being late, brother. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. That's the more important thing. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I thought the promo felt genuine, but it just didn't connect. I kind of wanted Sammy to like just crap on the audience more so, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe something just didn't line up with this, I feel like. BJ's agreeing with Deanna about it fell flat. Battle of the Belts was given to AEW for delaying Dynamites and moving them from TNT to the mothership. Just wish it was 2 hours. Yeah, I want them to have that Clash of the Champions feel. That's what I thought it was going to be, but 1 hour, what can you do with that? I want to see Hayter versus Saraya at All In. Yeah, we were just talking about that. We'll get back into it in 1 second here. Next up was the FTW Championship. My boy, Hook versus the firm's Ethan Page. Now, I hope people have been peeping this because one thing I often hear about AEW is that they don't have stories going across multiple shows. Well, from AEW Dark to Rampage to Elevation to Dynamites, Ethan Page's storyline where he has won Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy's contract services has been playing out throughout this whole time. Matt Hardy has been not a genuine employee, and Ethan Page has been in charge of him. They've been making him think that they're friends, but they're not. And tonight was the big culmination to that feud. Hook starts off with an explosive suplex. Matt tells Ethan to go for the twist of fate. Ethan goes for it. It gets reversed. Hook hits a twist of fate. Was not pretty, but Hook did hit it. Isaiah Cassidy distracts the ref, and Ethan Page is waiting for the title from Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy hangs on to the belt, and Ethan's like, what are you doing? And when he goes to walk away, Matt Hardy dinks him in the head with the belt. Then he goes right into the Red Rum. Hook wins. Hook gets the big W for this matchup, and Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy walk away smiling. So Matt Hardy has essentially taken advantage of the firm in this, and I think he wants out of his contract. So I think this is going to lead to a big match, and I wonder if that'll lead to Marquand coming back. I don't know if he's injured or what, but got to see what happens with that. Let's see here. Let me see here. So people are dropping it ever since that the Rock lines. I respect you, Booker man. People are dropping their favorite lines in here. The fans were pro MJF. It was a bad night to book that promo. It's on the Booker man. Yeah. I think Sammy would have got booed no matter where he was, unless he was in his hometown or his home, like, you know what I mean, his wrestling area in Texas and stuff. I'm not normally a four-way guy, but I'll make an exception for this one. It's the Pillars. If this was any other crowd, the promo would have worked, Matt Lopez said. What was in this contract? That if Matt Hardy lost, that he had to join the firm with Isaiah Cassidy. Basically, Private Party and him had to join the firm, and they lost the match. I can't remember if it was on Rampage or Dark or something, but they lost it. And then apparently Tony Khan let Ethan Page and Matt Hardy have like full creative control with the storyline for the most part. Like, I shouldn't say full. He let them have creative control with the storyline though, to keep it going across brands. It made sense. It was good, I thought. There's other companies other than AEW and ROH and Vince's shit. They got to spread the love. It's supposed to be Clash of the Champions, not Clash of the Champion. Much too short, daddy. Whatever contract Matt made Ethan sign, the stipulation had to be if Ethan loses, he had to have let Private Party and Hardy and Private Party out of their deal with Stokely and the firm. Could be, or he asked for a match maybe with them. Everything Pro Wrestling, the contract reads Shane McMahon. I now own UFC. Oh, come on now. You leave that man alone. I felt bad for Shane. Felt bad for him. Commander would be great in Impact. Commander needs that bread, though. I don't know. He needs that bread to happen, I think. Let's get back into this Wembley talk here for a second, just for a moment. So Tony Khan had a big announcement. We had Nigel McGuinness there to give it up for the big announcement. And me, Jesse, James, the guys from the Pro Wrestler Shoot, we were trying to put all of this together. AEW All In is going to be in London, Wembley Stadium, August 27th, which is a Sunday. And the tickets go on sale in a month. This is an 80,000 seat arena. I might have even said 82. I can't remember the number now. But what are they going to do for this pay-per-view? Is this a pay-per-view? Is this a live event? Are they getting a streaming service deal? What is the concept here with this? I'm curious to hear what you guys think of it, because this card is looking like a big deal. This is the setup right here for the poster that Matt sent me before, and I was able to add it. Much appreciated, sir. It looks really good though. You got everybody on here. You got Danielson, you got Sting, Darby, Moxley, Britt Baker, the Young Bucks, Cole. You got Jungle Boy, MJF, Hangman, Kenny Omega, Jericho, Hayter, Jade, Sammy, Pac, Orange Cassidy. I miss Pac too. You got Claudio on here. You got to build this right. What are you guys thinking? What are you trying to go with for this show? Tell me what you think, chat. What is the main event? Does this replace All Out if it's up to you? Is it not going to be on pay-per-view and it's going to be separate? How do you do this? How do you do this? Is my question. Let me see here. Sammy wouldn't have got it that bad. The crowd was booing every pillar but MJF. It's definitely that smelly ass Long Island crowd. I'm gonna let you rock, E, because you're from New York City. I love that Adam Cole is the sub spokesman. Yes, dude, for everything. It should be Adam Cole every time that Jay White's music hits and Tony Khan looks like he's about to shit a brick every time, dude. Oh my goodness. It's the Switchblade era. Single-handedly sells it out. All in Wembley Stadium screams pay-per-view, he says. Let's see. Pro Wrestling Shoot, pay-per-view. Also, do you think AEW pulls off the sellout? In my opinion, if they can do that, they show WWE they have real competition. Also, the cap for that arena is $90K, which is massive. It's huge, but I think you're going to get people going over there for this show too, Jesse. I really believe that. If you've ever needed an excuse to go to London and you're a pro wrestling journalist or a fan, this is an excuse to go to London. Why not? You just got to want to go over there. BJ says, put it on pay-per-view, in my opinion. Deanna says pay-per-view for sure. So is All Out gone then? Because there were rumors of the United Center. Or that's my question. Are you going to double up on pay-per-views or no? Because that's right next to it, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, I'm pulling up the calendar here on the CPU. Show me some patience here. So August 27th is the last week of August. And then leading into that, August 3rd, the next week would be All Out normally. I don't know. I don't know what we get here. Here's how I see it. Britt's the leader. Hayter and Willow are the muscle. Riho, Sky Blue, the agility people. Eric building them up. I'm telling you, we need that team match, right, Eric? Pretty sure this was TK confirming All In replacing All Out. Let's see here. Pro Wrestling Shoe says, I'm rooting for a man. Keep All Out, but I feel like All In could be their big stadium show or their WrestleMania. I'm just going to say it in my dusty voice, if you will. Six says, if they can fill an 80,000 deep arena, then can possibly match WrestleMania numbers. TK's biggest gamble yet. Wishing the best for him. I really hope he can fill that arena. That'll definitely get Vince and the VOD villains' attention. Yeah, you say? Stupid ass crustache. Gomez McMahon over here. It's going to be big, man. I hope you can pull off a big main event for that show too. Maybe it'll be interesting to see what is the reaction for Punk on that night. Could they get Punk back? Do they need Punk for the show? Maybe he won't even be there. I still think they could pull this off without him. You got to put on a spectacular card, though. You're going to need Pac. You're going to need everybody. Everybody has to be, pun intended, all in on this. There's no time off during this. I need you. This is a big show. Jamie Hayter on the card. Huge, huge. The way they're planning this could be fun. And you know what's great? This is the UK's first time getting AEW. They're getting like a huge stadium show first before anyone in here did. I mean, I guess you could technically count the tennis arena shows in Grand Slam, excuse me. We've done 2 of those, but this is huge for the people of the UK. And I love the UK fans so much. I love when they get wrestling shows. They deserve it. Like, I really think they're some of the best fans out there. Just from people who watch everything pro wrestling, people who listen to the podcast. Podcast is huge in Ireland. So shout out to everyone in Ireland who listens. Totally loving it, man. Let's see here. I was hoping you do the dusty. You know I got to do the dusty. Love when the plan comes together. If All In pay-per-view and All Out is still happening, it's going to be hard to convince fans to shelf out $40 back-to-back weekends. I don't think they can do it. I don't think they do it. I'm getting more and more convinced that maybe All Out is going to be out of luck this year. Sorry. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know. I just don't see them doing back-to-back, but I don't know. Matt Lopez says Will Ospreay is needed. Oh man, I hope he's back. Is there any update on Will Ospreay's condition? I have not looked at anything since Mania weekend started. I've only seen like either stuff that's hot garbage that I don't want to read, or things that are not too interesting to hear about these days. I don't know if they're gonna have all the seats for sale. Okay. Sean Hubbard comes in. AEW should double up on pay-per-views as long as the price point makes sense. If the London show should be a pay-per-view, if it's on TV, it defeats the purpose. I.e. 1998 Hogan versus Goldberg for free, and it could have been a massive pay-per-view. Yeah. Yeah, got to play it smart with it. Lord, they already got 5 pay-per-views a year, right? Did somebody... Do I have to just do it one time for you again, BJ? Did somebody say Big Show?
Well,
Somewhere Derek's just mad.
Damn
it. No update on Ospreay. Dang it. I hear Goldberg's a free agent. No. Somebody asked him at the Ring of Honor media scrum for Supercard of Honor. Dude, dope show, by the way. I know we previewed it last week and you didn't get a review from me. I did watch the card while it was happening. Dope show. Like Ring of Honor. Yo, there were memes going up that people were like, I like Ring of Honor Tony better than All Elite Tony. And they were just arguing with each other. Really good, but I don't know about Goldberg as a free agent. They asked him that. He was like, not in Ring of Honor for sure. Maybe he can have a match in AEW like him versus Wardlow. But I feel like in that match, that's got to be like, that's going to have to be one of those smash bang out matches. And then he's got to put Wardlow over and he can go out after that. That's how I'm feeling. People are yelling no. BCC. Let's talk BCC real quick. They face some locals. Ass whipping commences. Squash match. Submission victory. We find out that Bryan Danielson respects everyone, and he thinks that Wheeler Yuta is a shithead, but he loves him too. He loves everyone in the BCC, even shithead Yuta, and that just cracked me up. A lot of use of the word shit tonight too. I was surprised. It felt like they went back in time, like how the old Dynamites used to be a little bit. They get the dub though. They squash it, and who comes out but Hangman Page to come in? He tried to fight the BCC 4-on-1. What did you think was gonna happen? I don't understand sometimes why like Hangman gets sympathy. I'm like, bro, why would you come out there? But I guess he's supposed to be the I call it dumb babyface syndrome, but he's trying to be the heroic guy, sticking up for his friends. He catches a beat down from everybody, though, and Bryan Danielson pulls out a screwdriver and says he's an amateur. Rakes the screwdriver across his head or his face or something. I don't know if it's supposed to be in his eyes, but down goes Hangman. The doctor tries to get in, and Claudio stands in front of him with his arms out, blocking him from even getting into the ring. BCC are on a tear, and it looks like they are on a path to collide with the Elite. Interesting. Hey, I don't mind spinning the block. Keep Paul White off my television. Drew is a free agent in July. Ooh, man. Goldberg's final match needs to be against Stone Cold, the dream match. Nah, fam. Not if Stone Cold sees what he did to Undertaker. You ain't doing that to my neck. ROH Tony Khan wants that Booker of the Year over AEW Tony Khan. Wembley, 100,000. I doubt it. Arena configuration will probably be 30 or 40,000. Depends on if they got it for a player deal too. We don't know. You know. Heather doesn't want to re-sign. Don't know how much. Who's Heather? Oh, here he doesn't want to sign. Okay, sorry. I was like, what? Here he doesn't want to sign. Don't know how much that has rumor to it. All guts, no brains, Adam Page. Wardlow is corny. Why am I the only one who sees this? But Wardlow and Goldberg would make sense, though. It's the same gimmick. Same gimmick. Pro Wrestler Shoot seconds that. Hey, listen, you guys agree. My opinion, last 2 team members for the Outsiders could be Anna Jay and Amanda Rose. Okay. I don't know if they bring in Mandy Rose for that. Remember that match against The Undertaker was over in 115 degree in Saudi Arabia. I got fat thumbs, bro. My bad. You're good. What's a player deal? Some football stuff? Yeah. I'm saying Tony knows all those guys who have these arenas, probably from, his family puts on these other shows, and he's part of an NFL family too. He might get player deals on some of these arenas. Like, hey, you know me. Come on, right? Like, come on, let's make a deal. And they do it. I'll bring a lot of people here for it. It's going to be interesting to see those ticket sales. Remember, I got tickets for Forbidden Door, and I couldn't get great seats because of how many people were trying to get seats that day. It was crazy. crazy. And someone was like, you could have waited until general admission. When I saw general admission day, there was nothing but garbage left, truthfully. You were hoping like you would get like maybe a little 200 section for like 1 or 2 tickets. It was rough out there in these streets. And I know people were trying to upsell some of the tickets, obviously, because people do that, which sucks. But I think this is going to be a hot ticket. And I'm calling it now. If Gomez stays in charge, I can see the ticket scale stuff shift back over. I don't know when it's going to happen. I know some people already got tickets for Money in the Bank and shows such like that. Watch the sales of tickets now moving forward. Just something to keep a peep on. Let's see here. Let's go Rampage. What do we got for Rampage? Anna Jay versus Julia Hart. We're finally getting that matchup. I think the JAS might be challenging for the trios titles at Double or Nothing. I just got that feeling because of how they've been setting up this feud, and Anna Jay's been like focused on her, and I feel like you can kind of bleed that into a feud amongst all of them. The question is, who would the trio be? I'm guessing Jake Hager in 2.0. And then you could have Jericho versus Adam Cole. Jericho's probably trying to make sure everyone eats. You got Hook versus Ethan Page in a rematch for the FTW Championship. Jay Cargill and Taya Valkyrie will have a sit-down face-to-face, I guess. The Acclaimed in 2.0 will be in an 8-man tag. Swerve Strickland's going to make an announcement. Darby Allin versus Lee Moriarty as well. For the Battle of the Belt show, which will be the second hour, you're going to get Orange Cassidy versus Draglistico from Ring of Honor. You're going to get Jay Cargill defending against Billy Starks. The Lucha Bros are defending the ROH tag titles against Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall. And prayers up to Dante Martin. Gruesome injury. If you guys didn't see it, I feel bad for the dude. I do. I really feel bad for him. He's going to be out for a while. I hope that he's able to come back 100%. Top Flight just got bad luck. I don't know what to do with Darius for right now. I wonder if you put him back with Sydal. I feel like Matt Sydal should just be in they should be a trio, or put AR Fox and him together for a little bit. But hopefully they can get some reps in still. Billy Starks is really good. If you guys have never seen Billy Starks, she is similar to Nick Wayne. I think she might be older than him. But Billy Starks wrestles, and she's still in, I believe, high school. You guys can definitely, and I think she just graduated, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but Billy Starks is young, really, really good. People are saying that she's the future of pro wrestling as well with Nick Wayne. Go and check her out in this match with Jay Cargill. QT Marshall, the player coach. Nah, QT's all right. I like QT. I think that'll be a good match. I don't see the Lucha Bros dropping, though, truthfully, if you want an early pick. Main event time. Dog. It is the Guns versus FTR. FTR came out. You heard their theme. The don't. People love FTR, and I'm glad that they are still over. FTR went out here, and they were looking like the top guys. They came out with their stuff on, ready to rock it. Dax told a great story about his daughter saying, well, what if daddy doesn't win? Keeping kayfabe alive in the house. I love it. And really good. And then the Guns. And I was like, the Guns are going to come out last for the main event. I'm like, I hope they don't come out to that weak ass Western song. The they come out to that little Western sounding music. What the fuck is that? So instead, though, all I heard was pull off. If you are from my era, that was when I was in high school. You heard Many Men. It was over, bro. That song used to motivate me as, I don't remember. I think I was a sophomore, maybe. I was a bum. That's all you need to know. A bummy freshman or sophomore. That was my jam, dude. That whole CD, Get Rich or Die Trying, is a classic album for the hip hop fans out there. I loved it. Someone said it's 50 all elite. You are great. You are great, Terrell. I know Seidel's with the Fallen Angel. He's not a rest stop for dudes with injured brothers. I know. I'm just saying, what do you do with Darius, though? Do you just put him with AR Fox then? I guess it could work with AR Fox. Matt says she just turned 18 and she's graduating this year. Thank you for Billy Starks. The Many Men was dope, though. The guns coming out to that was perfect. Dax almost gets a win with a roll-up early on. It was a close count, too. And in this match, they were trying to tell a story of FTR were desperate to keep their careers, but the guns were also desperate to keep the titles. They got a big rig. Colton pulled the ref out, though, to save his brother. Dax runs into Colton. Austin follows up, but he only gets a close near fall. Austin hits a low blow in front of the ref, and he said, disqualify me. And he wants him to. And the ref's like, you're doing this stuff on purpose to get DQ'd. Like, I don't want the match to end that way. He goes to look like he's going to ring the bell. Cash grabs his arm and says, no, please don't do it. He was okay with it. This is wrestling shenanigans. That should be a DQ. What's going on here? And afterwards, they do this little game here with the belts where he threw one in. The ref sees. He's like, what are you guys doing? He grabs the belt, pulls it out. There's 2 belts, though. He throws another one in. He gets in. He distracts the ref for a second. He distracts Dax even. Dax kicks him off. He goes for a headbutt. Austin pulls the title up. Headbutt onto the belt. He goes for the pin. Yo, I'm telling you, it was as close as a chinny chin chin hair. 2.999999999. I thought they had them for a second. But eventually FTR able to get double roll-ups on the guns. I wanted the ref to do the double, like the 1, 2, the 3, but he focused on the legal man. I like that too. FTR win. They become the two-time AEW Tag Team Champions. I had predicted many years ago on this podcast. Well, not many years ago. Around the time when they first debuted, I said they were going to be the first 2-time AEW Tag Champs. I was wrong about that. Young Bucks did it first. But FTR deserved this moment. They definitely deserve this moment. They got the ribbon treatment. They were in the ring celebrating. FTR are dope. I hope they get a long and prosperous tag team title run. They're so good, dude. They're so good. And I hope Dax gets listened to more often with his ideas and such this round with AEW. But I think AEW is the best fit for them. I know they were talking about their contracts were up and all that. Bullshiggity. You ain't going back to WWE. You don't want to deal with Mustachio and the Banana Nose Red Pant Gang and all that. You don't want to deal with none of that. You're in the right spot, I think. And you could travel. You can go around. And like E said, I want that Bullet Club matchup with Bay and Austin. We need that matchup. I would love for the next multiverse event to be title for title, maybe even. Let's do it. Let's see it. FTR going over to Impact for a little bit. Dope. I'd be with it. Such a good time for that album. Yes, dude. Loved it. Love it. Wankster on repeat too, right? Poor Ja. Darius got work/solo like Dante did all them years ago. Do it again. Shout out to Deadlock. Give Darius a solo run like they did with Dante when Darius was injured. See what he could do as a solo performer. Dante shine. Maybe he will too. Good points. Good points. I'm not mad at it. Because AR Fox, I think, AR Fox is someone who I think is really good too. But they've got things they can do with these guys. FTR versus the Machine Guns. We need that too. Yes. Motor City Machine Guns are nice. I think they just re-signed with Impact too. But guys, what did you think of the show tonight? Leave me something in the chat here real quick. If you want to give me your score out of 10, out of bananas, out of whatever you guys want, it don't matter. Tell me what you thought of Dynamite tonight, and then we'll get up on out of here and get some rest early, man. No news on the video game. I know some people were hoping the video game was that big announcement tonight. Fight Forever, it seems like it's in a fight for that trademark forever. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on with that. I haven't heard any news. Maybe you ask your local journalist, Sean Ross Sapp and the homies, if they've heard anything. I couldn't tell you any news about it with GCW. I really, really hope, though, that we can get to that point to asking for that. And if you guys haven't, hit like, comment, subscribe on the video. Much appreciated. We're on the road to 2K. Definitely trying to get there. Pro Wrestling Shoot's giving it a thumbs up. AR Fox got that military thing like Sean Dean and Charlie Bravo. They should be, the infantry should be on more too. I know we see them on Dark, but I'd love to see them on TV or Rampage every now and again. Tonight's show gets an A+, Terrell says. Matt Lopez says 8 out of 10 for AEW, EPW 10 out of 10, and -5 out of 10 for Gomez Adams. Yes. It was a A-, EPW as always, A+. Have a good night, brother. Much appreciated. If you guys can too, don't forget, leave me a comment afterwards. The comments help more people see the video. Even if you leave me an emoji, however, telling me how you feel, it would be super, super dope. EPW gets 2 thumbs up. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Positively E, leaving a thumbs up. Damn. Why can't Motor City Machine Gun sign with AEW? Laugh out loud. Western Beef can come visit. They can all have a sleepover for all I care. Western Beef is Kushida. You cut it out, E. Cut it out. Nobody knows your inside lingo. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight on this solo edition of this Dynamite review. But you guys know how it is. Are you excited for All In? Tell me in the comments below. Leave me a 5-star review if you're listening on the audio versions of the podcast. For myself and everybody in the EPW Nation, we are out for this episode of Everything Pro Wrestling. I love you guys. Peace.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.